Assalamualaikum. So in this video I will show you how to merge HDR from 3 exposure. So let's try with some JPG images. Actually these are also raw, so it will be 3 exposure, different exposure. As you can see, it's high expose, one step high expose, and this is middle expose, and this is low expose for the window pole. So this will come like this. Actually I already did some editing here previously, so it will look like this when you open it for the first time. So all you have to do is try to make it as even as possible. Like in this image you can see the highlight is too much, so we have to reduce the highlight, then the shadow little bit, also the exposure, and need to pull some contrast here also. Also in this image you can see the exposure is little bit on the low side, so we have to pull out some exposure, then reduce the highlight, then shadow. Obviously we need to adjust the contrast as well. We need to make it as realistic as possible because this will be our base image, so I will keep it as like it, and then this. So as it is just for the window pole, so we will try to keep it balanced for the window. The main thing of speed, whenever you find a good spot, just copy it, like Ctrl C, then just paste it in the other images. As you can see, it's already doing some decent work, but in this, for this image I have to adjust it a little bit. There is also an important thing: whenever you find a raw image, do the geometry, the optics, remove chromatic aberration and profile correction. It will reduce the lens distortion and some vignetting. So here it is. This is some basic adjustment. So we will open it. You can do it a little bit faster, as I show, if you just copy paste the settings. As you can see, the output image will look like something like this. So let's work on it. So then I will take this image and we'll put it over the high expose image, then the low expose. Here we go. So first we will work on these two images. First we will need to go on the channel, then we will select the RGB channel by using control and press. After the selecting the mid expose image, then we have to make it feather. We have to use it differently for various images, but 100 is a good spot, so we will use 100. Then after make it feather, actually you can use Control F6 for the feather, Shift F6, that will work also. Then we can mask it. After masking it, as you can see, it's already looking pretty okay. Then I will select both of the layer, then make a copy of it by Control Alt and E. So in this image it's looking already pretty okay. Then we will select color range. First we will select the shadow side of these images, as you can see, so we can pull some more detail from the shadow. Here we go. Then Control F6 again, Shift F6 again for some feather. Then we will do it a little adjustment. Here we go, make it a little bit bright. Again we will select color range. Now we will bring down the highlight little bit. Here we go. Again shift F6, then bring down the highlight little bit. So it's looking pretty good actually, right? So the next step for us is to make the wall evenly colored. Okay, so most of the cases the wall will be white, just white. Okay, even if you see gray or something like this, just make it white. Okay, that's the industry standard, so we have to follow it. So as we already selected the wall, let's adjust it. We have to go image, then replace color, as you see. Then I will bring down the saturation a little bit. As you can see, it's a pretty big changes, so it's looking more professional. Then we'll use the dots tool, so bring up little bit more of the shadow, as you can see from the corner. If it's looking too much contrasty, then use shadow mode just to bring up some shadow. Okay, like in this spot. Okay. So here we go. Then we need to pull the window, so we will use pen tool for this one. Actually for rectangular windows, lasso tool will work very good, so let's do it. Actually you have to work pretty fast for this one. Most of the cases the window will be pretty basic, but in this image it's pretty complex actually. No problem, it don't gonna take more than a minute obviously. Try to make it as accurate as possible obviously. So here we go. So fast forward to the other images. I will use pen tool for these images. Pen tool will be more helpful if there is some curve, but the lasso tool will work perfectly fine if it's just a rectangular window. Don't need to be pixel perfect, but need to try it as much as possible. It's done. Oh, did some mistake, whatever. So my window is selected. Try to use one feather, then it will look more better. Here we go, the window, then we will mask it. Complete. As you can see, it's looking way better. So the contrast is too much, so let's make it a little bit more bright so it look more even. I can use masking. So this, sorry, it is brush and black and white for masking. Let's pull some of the color of this side so it look more even. So here's done. So as you can see, this is similar to this. So this will be our final image. There could be some extra work like removing the wire and others. You can obviously do it very easily. So pretty much done. So we are going to save it. So let's save it. Another very important thing, as I show you, after bringing these two layer, all the step I did, you could make it action. Actually you have to make a action to use it regularly. So here you can see I have a action for this, which selected shift F9, sorry I should normal F9. After this, as you can see, after I press F9, then all the process will be done automatically. So here you can see all the process had been done automatically, although the layer name was a little bit different. Let's give it a try again. You don't have to follow this obviously. Here you go. So I made action, then this action will do most of your work, just type of a button. So here we go again, all the process, then removing the color casting, as you can already. Here we go. So I'm going to show you another example just to make you more clear about this. So this is another image. So in some cases the photographer will, the client will give us 5 shots or 7 even, but we have to use only 3. In the previous image, as you seen, I have just copied all the settings for this, so I will just paste it here, then I will use the optics. You can just copy the optics settings also, as I will copy it right now. Ctrl C, then reset to default. As I will apply it again. Here it is. It will apply the optics and chromatic aberration adjustment also. So as you can see, this is too much overexposed, I will delete it, and this is too much underexposed, so we will delete it also. So it will be overall 3 image exactly. So as you can see, we have to adjust the temperature for this image. So we will try to find a white spot just to bring the real color of the image. We have to little bit careful about this process, so we can bring the real color of the image. I think this is pretty much the white we are finding. Sorry, Photoshop is lagging little bit, whatever. So those 2 images was okay, but whenever we need to bring the window version, we have to adjust the brightness for that one separate image like this. As you can see, if you pull the inside color, then it will be cooler side in the other, or warmer side on the outer window side. So we need to adjust that for the window. Here we go, better right now. Photoshop doing little bit hang. Obviously you can use color picker, but in my case the Photoshop is doing little bit of problem. So here we go, let's open them also. Okay, so again same thing. So when I recorded the video, my second layer was named layer 0 copy, so I have to maintain that. So there we go. Actually it will be small letter. Done. I just used a button to do all the hard work. Complete. So now we have to adjust the wall color as I showed you before. Just need to remove the color casting. So almost done. As you can see already it's a huge difference. So after that again we have to pull some shadows and the darker side of the image. We can use mid-tone or just shadow, like in this part. Here we go, complete. And whenever you see something like this where the real floor color is not present there, just select a floor color, then use color brush, try to keep it as soft as possible, then just brush it, so it will also adjust the color of that specific part. Okay, we may need to adjust the floor light also a little bit, although it's not necessary, just I am doing it for my satisfaction. Make it little bit saturated. Okay, the work is almost done. Also this is looking little bit on the lower blue side, so I will adjust it also. There we go. So I will bring the window pole image right here. The most of the cases the window will look like this, so you can use just the rectangular marquee tool and it will work perfectly fine. Sorry. Again used feather this time and we are good to go. Here it is. My selection was little bit wrong, but you know what to do. Okay, almost complete. The outside temperature it's not actually right. May need to adjust it later, even later. Here we go. So this image is also okay, complete. Maybe you can just brighten it up a little bit, however you think needs some brightness. So done. So saving it. So this is how you need to blend the HDR images from 3 exposure, then merging image, which will look like something this.